Hello there, Aquarius. Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here. I'm Mary Sue and today we are going to be doing your mid-April reading. So this reading will be good from about April 15th to May 15th. And we'll be taking a look at the overall energies in your life, and then we'll clarify everything with tarot. And I did pull some oracle cards just to save time with shuffling, but haven't taken a look at them. So let's go ahead and get started. Wow. Okay, so your animal spirit this month is the whale. The whale is, a really emotionally balanced type of energy. It can sometimes mean that you've been through a lot, but you've also learned a lot, and you're always willing to dive deeper, like into the ocean. And think about the ocean as like your emotions, right? You're always willing to dive deeper into your emotions to help better understand what's going on in your life, or maybe perhaps the lives of those around you. So it's a really, really nice energy, very balanced. All right, so I'm trying to see if I get anything else with this. I have a sense that you really are like gaining more wisdom at this time from a situation that you may have going on, and you're looking at one of the things about the whale is that it's kind of like an ancient type of spirit. You're looking back at your life to other similar situations, trying to recognize either a pattern or how you maneuvered through those situations to help you get through this situation. So we'll be taking a look at that. Really interesting energy. Oh, a burst of magic. That's really nice. You could be going through a situation right now and not really sure how to move forward with it, but the burst of magic means something, it's almost like an Ace of Wands type of energy for me. Something happens, or there's some type of synchronicity, or some random person says something to you that gives you that burst of magic, that you're like, oh, that's the answer. Like it, or you wake up in the middle of the night with the answer. You may even dream of the answer, or you're taking a shower and all of a sudden it's like it comes to you. So really interesting energy. I do feel like some of you may be, trying to work through something. So let's see. Oh, so we have the transformation card. I'm trying to think. I think Gemini had the transformation card too. Another air sign. So with the transformation card, it goes well with this whale energy. Like you're really trying to understand something that's going on in your life. And, the whale usually, is about emotional things that are going on in your life. So it could be a relationship, or, a belief system that you have, something like that. Something in the emotions that, you're trying to work out. You're trying to transform. Orphaned. So you could, at this time, have this sense that you feel orphaned, from some type of situation. And you're kind of like looking at the past, trying to figure out, like, how do I maneuver through this? Because think of a whale, it moves through the water very gracefully for somebody that, is, for an animal that's so large. They're very graceful swimmers. Diving deep, trying to figure out. You may feel like you're kind of like in a situation that you have been in before, and you're like, how am I kind of getting back into this position? But with this whale energy, you're really trying to transform this. I have the sense of like, that round and round type of energy, but the card's not here. Well, it could be here. We'll see. But you're trying to transform it. You're kind of like, you know what? I really don't want to be in this position again. Oh, nice. Caring connection. Oh my gosh. I think, who got this? Maybe Gemini? Somebody got this card too. Really interesting. So whatever you're going through right now is, and this is emotions, right? It has either something to do with a connection that you have right now that's very caring. This is somebody that you care about deeply. So there's something going on that either you feel orphaned or they feel orphaned, and you're trying to figure out how to get this situation. It's like it's not the energy of like, I want to get away from this person. I don't get that. It's kind of like this energy of trying to work a situation out. Like there's a problem and you don't want to say goodbye to this person. I don't think this person wants to say goodbye to you, but you're having a hard time. You're not seeing eye to eye about something maybe. And now you're going to get a burst of magic. So let's go to the tarot and see if we can get some more details around this. I really feel like you're not only are you transforming, I really feel like you're trying to transform this relationship. Okay, and they are like flipping here. I'm going to have to go back and look. I think it may be Gemini that had the transformation and the caring connection. I don't know why that's just like keeps playing on my mind. But maybe some of you are dealing with a Gemini. Really interesting. Okay. In the past, I was going to look at the past and present energy, the obstacle for this month, advice from spirit, and then the outcome. And I'm sorry, they're sending me messages and I have all of these cards. Okay, so in the past, you're trying, this is the Seven of Swords, kind of like getting the upper hand on some type of situation, but you're not really happy with the results that you're getting. You're trying to turn the wheel. You're trying to find the solution that will get you from, this is kind of like a stuck energy. You're trying to turn it and perhaps either offering somebody, a cup of love, an apology, a solution to this issue, or they're offering it to you, but you're having patience with it. It's like you really want something to work out, and so you're staying patient. And here you have the Empress energy. This is a very loving, nurturing energy. You're birthing something new. I really feel like this is kind of like a relationship. It may not be a romantic love relationship, but some type of relationship. You're trying to birth a new way to do this relationship, but you're doing it from a very nurturing way. Like really doing your best. It's kind of like that Seven of Pentacles type of energy. Doing your very best to try to get this situation to work. Three of Cups, celebrating that this is coming through. You've had the patience. You may have been waiting a long time for this person to come around. You may have been like separated. And you're trying to, you've waited a long time. You've been very patient, hoping that they would come back around. Really interesting. But you definitely, this is you, this whale energy of just, I'm getting the word knowing, like an inner knowing that this is going to work out, even though it's not worked out yet. Okay, your obstacle this month is Nine of Swords in reverse. So your obstacle is, Nine of Swords is kind of like, you're anxious, So you're not losing sleep. Really interesting. We are going to clarify these. Really interesting obstacle. Okay, advice. 10 of Cups. Really lovely. You know, really keeping your heart and hope for the 10 of Cups. Keeping, you know, hoping that this all comes in. I really feel like, you know, this could be a family situation or a dear friend. Excuse me. It could be a love relationship, but it's definitely, you know, this to me is kind of like the happy family card. And so it could be trying to heal a family situation, or bringing a family back together. You know, like say you were married and perhaps had children and, you know, you separated or something, trying to bring it back together. Really interesting. Okay, and the outcome is 2 of Pentacles. You know, juggling, trying to figure it out, getting the solution. Really interesting. Groundedness there. You know, there could have been like financial concerns with all of this. Okay, they're asking me to take a look at the bottom of the deck here, the Tower. So you had a Tower, the Emperor, Knight of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, King of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. And then you have the 8 of Cups in reverse. I really feel like for some of you, this is either a love relationship or a family relationship where, you know, something happened. And I feel like, you know, there was a separation or some type of fallout in a relationship. And it could be because somebody was, you know, the Emperor to me is kind of like it's my way or the highway type of energy. I don't think this is you. I think that there was somebody you were dealing with that was kind of like that. And you have kind of, you know, gender doesn't matter here, but to me, this is kind of like the Knight of Cups is kind of like the Page of Cups, which is an apology, but even bigger. I think maybe you've been the one that has kind of like put out the olive branch, tried to get the situation to work. And you've been really working on it, working on yourself, like not stopping your whole life for this situation, but it has played on your mind. But in the meantime, you were taking care of yourself. And now here comes, you know, the King of Wands coming in. You know, this person perhaps coming back, and it's taken a very long time. And you have the 8 of Cups. I thought when I pulled this, it was the 8 of Cups in reverse. Really interesting. I'm like, so I'm going to say that I'm getting the energy that you're trying to reconcile, and you could be, this 8 of Cups could be that you're walking away from the pain, understanding that those things sometimes happen and it was just a matter of time to bring this back together. But you're willing to walk away from, you know, the anger or the hurt, the pain that it caused. Like kind of like forgive and forget. That's the energy I'm getting here, is like I'm willing to forgive and forget. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and clarify. So in the past, I had the King of Swords. Yeah, this is, you know, kind of like that same energy of, you know, I want it my way. I want it kind of, you know, this is just the way it's going to be. Kind of a harsh energy. So let's get a couple of more on that one to see what we have here. We have the 6 of Wands and the 3 of Cups. So getting clarity about the situation, being victorious in it, and the 3 of Cups celebrating. Now this is in the past. So this may have happened, but if it hasn't happened, it will happen soon. But it's kind of like I feel like this is your whale energy, like just knowing it was going to work out and just holding out hope. Like this is like you holding hope for this reconciliation, this victory in this situation. Really powerful. Really powerful. Look at all the cards we have in your past energy, right? So in the present, we have the Empress. So what do we have here? 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and on the bottom, King of Cups. Really nice energy. Yeah, I think this is you. Once again, gender doesn't matter, but staying in that nurturing, mothering type energy. For some of you, this could have been a situation with a child, or children in some family member, and you're taking a very motherly kind of nurturing type of energy with this, trying to get this to work out. Or, you could have been married or are married to somebody and they had a falling out with like siblings or their mother or something. Anyway, I really feel like you've been taking a very motherly approach to this, and you've been working hard on this. You have been working a long time on this, but it's your wisdom that has helped this situation to be able to be manifested or to be worked out. This, to me, these two cards are just like extreme wisdom, like past life wisdom, like ancient wisdom. And it's your spirituality, it's your wisdom. It's allowing the situation to kind of work out without, like, I think you had a very motherly approach to this, but you weren't controlling. Like you didn't try to get it to go a certain way, if that makes sense. And with the King of Cups on the bottom, this is you just, being this is, like the whale energy, if you think about it. Very controlling of the emotions. Really, really interesting. So let's get the 9 of Swords in your obstacle. The World, the Chariot, and the 4 of Cups. I'm thinking that, this 9 of Swords, I'm now reading it as that you could not turn the anxiety off about it and the worry. It was always playing on your mind, even if you were trying to pretend that it couldn't. And you couldn't step into your new world until this situation evolved and finished. However it finishes, right? It seems like it might finish okay, but we have the 2 of Pentacles here. That means, time for a decision. And you personally couldn't move on. So if this was like a love relationship and you were like waiting for this all to work out, it's like you just had to wait. Like you knew in your heart you couldn't move on to a new relationship or a new life or a new whatever your next path is. You couldn't step onto that next path until this situation was resolved, and you just knew it. You just were like, yeah, and my life is just ho-hum until we get this all worked out. Wow. I'm getting goosebumps. This may not resonate with everybody, but this is a very, very spiritual. This is meant for some person or a small group of people that you have been patient. You have been very, very patient. Just allowing this to occur. Like you were really patient and you didn't try to control the situation. And I think that Spirit, I'm literally tearing up. It's like they're saying, thank you. You let us do our job and you didn't try to do it for us. Oh, really lovely. Okay, so the 10 of Cups in the advice. 10 of Cups. 2 of Swords. King of Cups. The Hierophant. Wow. Oh my gosh. I think for some of you, this is like a reconciliation of either a romantic love relationship or of a family or very close friends that really are meant to be together and love each other for eternity. It's like a soul tribe. The people in this situation are a soul tribe. I had, especially with this whale energy, I feel like that you and the people that are involved in this situation have been together like in many past lives. Like you're working on this lesson together. And, with the Two of Swords, you weren't really sure exactly how to do it, but you stepped into your King of Cups. This is the second time we've seen the King of Cups. It was on the bottom before, bottom of the deck. You stepped into your King of Cups. You stepped into your energy of love. I'm going to love this situation until it works out. Wow. And you just knew it. Once again, the Hierophant means, it can mean marriage, long-term commitment, true belief systems. Your spirituality has helped you through this situation. And look you have Two of Cups. True love. Seeing eye to eye. Willing to work this out. And on the bottom, Five of Pentacles. You're not going to feel left out anymore. You could have been the one that was left out and orphaned. And you're not going to feel left out anymore. You had the Eight of Swords. You had doubts. Three of Swords. It was very painful. 10 of Wands. My goodness. Lots of burden. But here you are. You're stepping into you kept yourself grounded. Oh my goodness. A Nine of Cups. And the Lovers. Like it all comes together for you. This is such lovely energy that my guides are really telling me that this was a really, really difficult situation. And it's kind of like you held your tongue. You took the higher road. You didn't allow this, even though you were feeling orphaned, you did not react harshly. Like you just knew in your heart that it was going to work out. And you kept the faith when perhaps other people told you, why are you keeping the faith? Or people told you, you just, to act in a different way. And you just knew that it wasn't going to work. Yeah, you just knew. You didn't listen to anybody else about the situation. You handled it the way that you wanted, that you knew in your heart how to handle it. And I think for some of you, you may have at times doubted yourself. Like, am I doing this the right way? But Spirit is definitely saying, yes, you did. Even if this situation doesn't pan out the way that you wanted to in the next month or something, it's kind of like you're okay with that. You're okay with the outcome because you know that you've handled yourself well through this, and that whatever has happened here, it's not a reflection of you acting inappropriately. Like you did the right thing. You really did do the right thing. Really interesting. Really interesting. The Emperor. The Emperor, I don't have cards that fall sideways very often. I think there's a strong person in all of this that has perhaps caused all of this pain, conflict, whatever is going on here. And now they're on the fence. So I think it's interesting that this card fell out and that it fell this way. Like the person that you're dealing with is on the fence. They're no longer here in their it's my way or the highway, but they also haven't turned that around and, are willing to be completely compromising. I'm kind of wondering if they're kind of like on the fence. And whatever actions you've been taking, I think you would just stay the course. Like you're kind of like, you may be right now kind of coming into, I don't know, am I doing the right thing? Is this going to work out? Wow. Okay, these cards were flipped. We have the 5 of Cups and the 9 of Swords. With the Emperor, I kind of feel like your Emperor here is really regretting what they've done. Like, you've handled yourself so well that it could be that I don't know, the light isn't shining very brightly on them right now, right? It's a bad reflection of them, not of you. I'm trying to say that nicely. Okay, so let's clarify this 2 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, the Magician, the Ace of Wands, Page of Cups. What's on the bottom? The Fool. It's, communication, action, Queen of Wands, the Sun, Queen of Swords, the End. Whatever the end is here, Aquarius, you are going to either get a brand new fresh start in this relationship, or you are going to attract in the relationship of your life. Okay? Because I think you're kind of like, is this really going to work? Have I really handled myself well? Yes, Spirit is definitely saying that. Here's the 4 of Wands. You have built a very stable life for yourself and perhaps for the people here that are involved in this situation. This is also the wedding card, the marriage card, the celebrating life card. Really nice. You have manifested all this. When this all comes together for you, you're going to be like, yeah, I had something to do with this, right? But here's the Ace of Wands. The fresh start. And you also have the Page of Cups. I think this person, this Emperor from the past that was sideways on the fence, I think that person is going to come back and offer their love and the wish for a new start. And I really do feel like it could be just one other person, but I feel like there's more than one person involved here. Like, once again, like a family dynamic, type of energy. But look you have the Fool on the bottom. Fresh start. 8 of Wands, taking action, perhaps moving somewhere new. Taking action to move into a new fresh start. Queen of Wands, there you are. Like, you're like, yes, look at me, Wow, really nice energy, full of inspiration. Like, other people are looking up to you. They're like, wow, she really handled herself well in that situation. And look at what happened. Like, some family dynamic here is saved. And it doesn't necessarily mean that everything's going to go back together exactly the way it was. It's not, because you have the Fool card. It's going to be better than it was before, right? Lots of joy, lots of abundance, lots of happy times together. Really nice. You now see how painful this situation was and how much healing that you have brought into it. And here is the Temperance card again. Like, the Star card and the Temperance card together, this is extremely spiritual, extreme divine timing. Lots of wisdom here. Really, you have a lot of spirit guides that have been working on this. Like, once again, I feel like you're a soul tribe that had to go through this situation And your souls are going to evolve tremendously because of this, because of the lessons that you've learned from it. Really interesting energy. Yeah, you had the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Death card. Total transformation. Total transformation. Wow. Okay. I don't even know where to go with this because this is just like such a lovely, lovely reading. Okay, I am going to pull you some romance angel cards because there's definitely love in this. And then I'll pull some twin flame oracle cards. But let's see what we have here. And Aquarius, if you're enjoying this reading, I would really appreciate it if you would like, share, or subscribe because it does help build my channel and get my message of light and love out there. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So I do feel like there's a reconciliation here, and this honeymoon card really, you know, and if it's a family situation, you know, like taking a family vacation, like going and having some fun, like celebrating, we're back together. You know, whatever the situation is, stay optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Yes. And I think that that's your job right now. You know, I think you've done a tremendous job of staying very patient and caring and nurturing. And, you know, you may have been asking for a lot of help from your spirit guides, angels. You know, saying prayers, lighting candles, doing rituals, burning, you know, rituals, whatever you've done, you know, you've helped to manifest this and, you know, you just need to stay in that optimistic and, oh my gosh, yeah, children. Your love life is being affected by children. I do feel like this is a family situation. I think that, you know, family, children, extended family are all involved in this situation. You know, it's just a lovely reading. There is a lot of heartache here, you know, with this orphaned energy. There is a lot of heartache here. But you are close to the end here. Really nice. Really nice. Oh my goodness. So here's your love oracle card. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. And I think, Aquarius, this is what you knew all the time. And, you know, you may have had some friends or family members that said you need to control that situation more than you were. And I'm not saying you didn't try to control maybe parts of it or something, but you knew that you had to be able to accept it for what it was in order for it to transform. You had to accept it for what it was. And that is really hard because I think that this was a very deeply emotional situation for you. And you had to be able to accept that it would not transform, that it would possibly stay the way it was for the rest of your life. And I think it brought you a lot of heartache, but you kept a lot of hope. Really, really nice. Really nice. You know, it's funny, Aquarius. I feel like I've actually learned something from you by doing this reading that, you know, there's just such a strong message here of allowing, you know. And I'm sure there were times when you may have spoken your truth or maybe were able to speak your truth or whatever, but just know you handled yourself perfectly through this whole entire thing. Forgiveness. I mean, this is one of the deepest readings I've done in a very long time. Holding on to a past hurt is preventing you from moving forward and achieving your heart's desires. Let it go. Forgiveness does not mean that you condone another's actions. It simply means that you are no longer willing to be a perpetual victim to a particular person or event. Blame is a waste of your precious energy. Bless and surrender the past, for in doing so, you will reclaim the joy of life. and they're pointing out this card to me. You know, like I said when I had that card, that I was getting the message that you're willing to walk away from the pain. It's not necessarily that you're walking away from the people, but you're willing to walk away from the pain, that you are willing to forgive. And, you know, if you're resonating that there may be something that you still have to, a little bit of you that still needs to forgive, right? And sometimes we think we're over it, and then, you know, something happens and then we're like, no, I'm not quite over it. Go back and, you know, what are some of the rituals or prayers, or, you know, how you spoke to your spirit guides? Like, go ahead and get rid of any of this residual, you know, forgiveness or, you know, pain that you need to forgive, I should say, and walk away from that pain so that you can step into whatever is coming on your path. You know, you definitely have a caring connection here, whether it is back with these people in your soul tribe, or if you have to walk towards somebody new. But if you're walking towards somebody new, just know you did do your very best, exactly what you were supposed to do in this situation. So, you know, sometimes the forgiveness is forgiving ourselves, right? I mean, I feel like there's more than just a couple of people involved in this situation. And everybody played a role in it, because once again, I think you're a soul tribe that, you know, your souls are evolving through this situation. And allowing yourself to forgive the others involved and forgive your part in it. You know, I'm not putting any blame on you. I don't think you obviously have handled yourself very well in this situation. But we all play a part in it, right? And that's all I'm saying is, you know, any regrets or, you know, any residual pain that you have, go ahead and just let it go, because by letting it go, you will help to either further this reconnection, or you're going to attract somebody just really caring and loving into your life. And accepting the situation, accepting however it ends, is the way to go, right? You got that message. Well, Aquarius, thank you so much for being here for this reading. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. And I wish you lots of love and light in this situation and all your situations. Bye for now.